Sparky Studio.
Yeah. This is Eric of Spark Studio, and today I'm reviewing the Cayer K10 Pro video fluid head. And this particular fluid head is exactly identical to the Smallrig DH10 in pretty much every aspect, other than the texture of the rubber on the handle and the texture of the rubber right here. Everything else is absolutely the same, from the labels to the accessories and where things are located. This particular accessory is a 3/8 down to 1/4 inch. For those that are metric, 3/8 inch is 9.53 millimeter and 1/4 inch is 6.35 millimeter. A 3/8 inch connection point, which of course can be changed with our little adapter. We also have a hidden tool right here for our little Allen key type connections. And there's a little magnet here to keep it in place. Now we also have another tool, and this particular one is for use with our Manfrotto compatible plate in order to tighten to the bottom of our camera, for instance. And why did I get this? Because it's the most affordable, highest quality I've seen for the price paid. Here's our Manfrotto compatible plate. This particular one includes a 1/4 inch and a 3/8 inch, as well as a lock-in pin. Now, we can loosen this off and slide around, but if we don't loosen off completely, watch what happens. We can't release this. So what we must do is loosen this right off, and now it just pops right out. Now, if I want to take one of these pins out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push in that little rubber gasket and remove this gasket. And now I can slide out whichever one I want. And there's my 3/8 inch and my 1/4 inch right here. In my particular situation, I'm going to leave my 3/8 inch and then pop this back into place. Now with these buttons clicked and the arrow on top facing up here, watch what happens. It locks into place still. Okay, that's good. But if we use standard, this could be like a quick release. So be very careful using this. This is for our Manfrotto compatible plate, which this is. There goes your camera. Okay, it's safe that way, but it's not safe this way. Now let's do this again with the arrow facing down. It's still locked in. And let's click to standard, arrow facing down. You're good to go. Compatible with Manfrotto 501PL, 504PL standard QR plates or DJI Pro plates. This tripod has several different tricks. We can actually loosen this off and pull our handle right out or put it right back in. Kind of magical, but if we pull it out too far, we never really need our handle anyways, do we? I'll put that back, but then you can see at least that center core. Just make sure you figure out which way to turn it to tighten it. In this case, it is still clockwise, it seems. Yes, it is. To tighten, just as expected. We can take this arm off completely. But the nice part is we don't only have our one side we can connect. We have both sides. So if you're left-handed or right-handed, we can connect this just fine. Now to put it back in, it's simple. We can put our teeth together and set where we want. So let's show that in a moment here. So if I want my arm down here, I'm simply going to combine my teeth together and it's going to stay into place. Or I even can put this in a crazy place wherever I want in a 360-degree motion, even if I want it some ridiculous setup like this. Here we have another connection point for any accessories you may be looking to connect. So if I wanted to connect something like my Zoom F3 audio interface, I can do so right here. Just like so. And now I can go out in the field, record, and if I really wanted to, I can connect a microphone as well directly to the interface, or just cable it to wherever I want. Now if we loosen this knob right here, let's check out our tilt. And we can go all the way to 90 degrees. and that's forward. And to go back, right around here, we're at about 45. And it looks like we can get to about 60 degrees tilt going the other way around. Now let's check our rotation. Now if I go to the minus, this loosens things off and makes it a lot easier to turn. So we can go a lot faster and rotate very quickly. As much as you want, whatever direction, and that is not a problem for this fluid head. Now if I want to lock this into place, I'm gonna tighten this, and there it is. And right here we have our level, and this I found to be very, very accurate, and that's very important if you want level to your field of view rather than rotating up. This here is a Smallrig free blaze video tripod, and let's see how this is when I push on the handle and see how much flex there is. If you notice, most of the flex is actually in the handle. Now this is a great video tripod. It does have some weight to it considering it's carbon fiber, actually quite surprising, and it goes very tall. This is the Manfrotto B Free Advanced, and let's see what happens when I push on my tripod arm. We can see this leg flexing and we can see the center column flexing, and even if I drop this straight down, this tripod still flexes. If you're looking for something lighter weight and affordable, check out the review of this tripod coming up. And this fluid head has already been reviewed on this channel and can work perfectly fine with such a tripod. And even the Manfrotto, which this is a bit excessive for. Now let's continue on. Now let's free up one of the columns. We're going to free up our tilt and see how this tilts up and down, how smooth. Now it is fairly smooth, so if you're jarring it, it's not going to go as nicely as you'd probably like. And there's that plus and minus, and that makes a huge adjustment for how easy it is to turn. I can make it so I could basically barely even turn this, but when it's loose, it's really nice actually. There we go, and now it is tightened up, and there's our slow, gradual movement. And see how smooth this is. And follow the tree. Let's go across the branch a bit. Let's go back to the center column and back to the other tree to see how smooth this goes. And there we go. Let's see if you can see that bird right there. There you are, birdie. Hello, bird. And there it goes. The Cayer K10 fluid head is 1.15 kilograms or 2 pounds and 8.5 ounces. This has a lot more weight it can handle than this small thing. This is great for holding a beefy camera. This is good for a small camera, such as my XS20, with maybe a couple of accessories like my Tascam and a small lens. This is Eric of Spark E Studio. Don't forget to subscribe and help this channel grow. And if you're subscribing right now or already are subscribed, then yes, you are awesome. Thanks again for watching. Don't miss out on my free Blaze Smallrig tripod review coming up, among many other things. Bone pole, my Rodan TG5 will be used with that, as well as my Sennheiser MKH50. And if that were not enough already, we also have the Molis G60. We have another tripod coming in for review. We have the Godox Verso M2. And on top of that, if LensGo manages to send to my address, we'll have the Smoke B Fogger. So watch for those and much more coming soon. Until next time, thanks for watching and have yourselves a most wonderful day.